What's up, y'all? We get started in a few minutes. I wonder how's everyone doing today. It's gonna probably be a short video, not too crazy. May have a person come on here, BMT coming on here, discussing, sharing his little thoughts about this whole thing going on. But just reading the news here, it's been going on for like 3 weeks now with this whole national shutdown, and just reported that it was a young man from Michigan, Grand Blanc, Michigan, Freddie Brown. Condolences to his family, his mother. I actually wrote a letter and sent it to him. You can get their address on the story online. How she actually left the address. So you can see it's appropriate for the public to know. And it was wrote like page and a half, quick, quick condolences letter, man, and just showing encouragement. That's something that's like a perfect example what you can do to help others that may be in need, man. In this total pandemic here, just kind of just putting yourself in their shoes. What's up, Levon, Kason? What up, man? If you want to come on here, you can, bro. If you want. I haven't talked to you in a minute, man. I'm actually might put it. Let me see. I might put it in the comment section. I don't know if you see if you can get it. But yeah, man. So it's about the youth, man. And just ain't taking nothing for granted, though. Seriously, bro. Steadily cases rising here in Detroit, Michigan, which is something ridiculous. A lot of cases going around in Michigan, and shouts out to Joanne Underwood. She was talking about this. She just got off her live. Great city councilwoman. What's up, BMT? BMT? Oh, you probably got to turn your computer down, your radio down. Whatever. I'm trying to real quick. But yeah, man. So that's what's going on. That's what we're facing right now in this particular moment here, and this is I look at this more of a spiritual war here. Something that we don't see, but we feel it. You got people in the city of Detroit feeling this. People in all over the country are feeling this. 6.6 million Americans lost their jobs or filed for unemployment. It due to various industries, which is interesting, like the entertainment industry. You got people who start out to go, modeling or arts and craft, this type of stuff. Even if you started your own small business, say if you took loans, and how you going to pay those loans back if you're not at work? So that's what we are faced up against. Hey, BMT, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good, good. Yeah, okay. It was an echo in the background. I think he was playing my video. That's good. We're good now.
Okay. So where we're at right now?
Just kind of started. So I was basically rambling on and talking about this is a lot of cities are suffering, like specifically Detroit, where I'm from. I was just talking to my family members about that, and my grandmother nurse down there and everything. She said it's like overwhelmed, it's packed, and it's a lot of just an influx of young people. In order people too, but a lot of young people are getting sick, and got some of them not really. I'm not trying to blame them, but some of them are not practicing social distancing. And that's probably contributing to the main factor of like why we got all these cases. But I just talking about really now, it's just like not take anything for granted at this particular moment. Where we're facing. Because it's it's like a war that's going on, man. That we have to continuously to fight, and the youth got to be prepared for this. So I'll pass it on to you. Like basically, we basically having a discussion. So like, I talked about the young man named Freddie Brown who died. He was 20 years of age,
Right.
and these are kids, man. These people who didn't have don't have no family. I'm talking about they didn't grow up to have a family yet, didn't get married, didn't really reach their full potential and dying at a young age because of this virus. And we just want to say some elements in like, hey, this is just remind us that life can just come and go, you know, And when in these type of pandemics, we can't be seriously influenced through like the media and telling us like, oh, okay, well, it ain't that serious, or some people saying it's not serious, but it is. So yeah, it's on you, like BMT man. Like, what is your advice, like, far as like, preparing for this? Like, if you 17, 18 years old, or you in college right now, and you lost, you work, study, and all this particular moment, and they close down the campus, and you don't know where to turn to. So I don't know if you want to, ask some additional advice to that.
Well, because a lot of kids, I don't want to call them kids, but they are young adults. A lot of them being pushed from the campus, and who knows, they probably didn't have nothing to go back to, or
Right.
anything to go to, and so that's putting them in a compromised position. When it comes to dealing with this situation, this is definitely going to put a deep scar on our nation. This is not a racial thing. This is not a um, income based thing, because the wealthy are dying also.
Oh yes.
People, and actually, a lot more of them are catching it. Well, there's not like there's a lot of them, but a lot of people in certain positions are catching it also. So this thing does not have an age or a race or a color or hey a tax bracket. It just takes you. And the thing about it is we're seeing it hit us more and more. People can't work. Social distancing, or pretty much it's supposed to be self quarantining yourself.
Hmm.
They had one of the lead virologists, and if a virologist is somebody who studies viruses, and they literally are saying, because a lot of people say, I can't believe the government's doing this. The government, they're threatening to throw us in jail and everything. And he was literally saying, we have to do it to y'all now, because y'all don't know how to listen when he says 33% is a lot, and it
Yeah.
jacks up and keeps growing because y'all just keep going around each other. And so we have to do whatever we can to isolate y'all. And so it's getting pretty up there. Uh we're hearing little superstitions online that black people can't get it. That's
Yeah.
false.
Yeah. And I wanted to address that. It is.
That is false. They're what talking to people in Africa. What did they say about the virus? In heat. What is predominantly majority of the countries in Africa? They're right there on the equator.
Hmm.
So the humidity and the heat, and when they have dry spells, it can't thrive out there as fast. It can get there, but it's
Right.
just not as potently fast.
Right. Well, they say like 80%. Well, I'm not 80%. 80-degree weather can actually kill it. Drinking warm water, salt water, those
Mhm.
little different remedies can help. And lemon juice, warm lemon juice can help with your immune system. I
Yes.
heard. Yeah.
Um, one of the things, and we're seeing it right now. But I caught it when you was speaking about the economy,
Hmm.
and you're talking about the money.
Yeah.
One of the things about it that, and you can, if y'all ever get the role and catch the film again, when they asked the Secretary of Treasury, uh, well, ain't we $1 trillion in debt? And he was like, we can only afford to worry about one problem at a time. We'll handle that problem when that day comes. But right now, we got to just take care of. There are going to be people who are going to starve.
Yeah.
There are going to be people who need that money to keep a light on, which is why a lot of states are like, yo, nobody's making money. Nobody can make money. Nobody can't take advantage of anybody. If like because literally everybody is in a destitute.
Hmm. Hmm.
So in seeing that, and I ain't trying to throw nothing at Cardi B when she said that, when she made that comment that um why are only rich people saying that they got it? Well, that's the thing about with society. I'm not sure she's how smart she is, but nobody cared when people in the middle class were getting it.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, that wasn't. And let's not even talk about those who are impoverished or poverty. It
Well,
wasn't that. It wasn't that big of a deal.
well, yeah, and then right, exactly. And well, I heard too with Cardi B, she was recently in the hospital for stomach pains. I don't know had nothing. I don't know that that had anything to do with the virus, but she had some abdominal pains. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you look at like in Las Vegas, right? I mean, it was homeless people there just laying on the streets. I think they kind of moved them to hotels and stuff like that. But
Right.
I mean, the average person don't care about other people, man. I mean, it's individualism that's going on here. I just think this it has to maybe take a virus or some type of pestilence to for us to come together and be like, okay, Lord, let's help each other out. That's the only way. That's all we got, regardless of your beliefs or what you look like, your background. We need each other to come to go against this thing here. Because it's this enemy. The enemy is ain't dividing. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. He's like, oh well, you rich, I ain't gonna get you. Oh, you poor, no. It's whoever is vulnerable. I'm getting you, and I think it's forcing us like, okay, let's put our heads together. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, I would say it's exposing our leadership. When I mean it's like our city government,
Yeah.
our politicians. It's really exposing them. And I'm talking about the ones that's not doing what they supposed to do. Like they should feel embarrassed. The leadership, the
Yeah.
councilmen, all these type of things, man, putting their police officers in harm's way. This type of stuff, not having enough masks and all this stuff, but you still want votes at the end of the day.
I agree. Shout out to, and I'll always keep on bigging up Omari Hardy,
For sure, for
and,
sure.
and he was one of the few brothers, men, to come out openly and say, "Hey, let's not play with these people's lives by taking money out of their out of their wallet that they need to spend on getting a pack of meat
Am I hearing the great
or
BMT?
or
Holy
some stuff
shit.
or some stuff going on. Hey, what's up?"
What's up,
And
Levi?
What's up?
and when you have these kind of things going on, we gotta understand that a lot of people are being pressured in some destituted times.
Mm-hmm.
People will be having their back against the corner and see what we really do worry about is what happens to a man or a woman when they get desperate.
Mm,
And see, you can't predict that. You can try to, but you don't know until the time come when they start having, like I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to lose 23 years. I'm going to use 30 years. I'm watching my kid get sick and they need some bread. Like I'm not sure if anybody's been in Walmart, but there's no food. There's no food. It's hard to keep the shelves full or stocked. It's almost like, how we was looking at those countries down in South America, the
yes.
and how they all like what was the thing they said? You can't get toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
Now where are we at? You can't get toilet paper. You can't get the little necessities. Go ahead.
Right. And I'm gonna pass it on to Levon in a minute, but I just want to add this too. It is sad too, man. Like and that's the scary part. People who have families, they're not really not necessarily prepared, or they may be sort of prepared, but if you got a family of 4 or 5, and now I just heard too in Michigan and different states, they're closing down schools, K through 12 in college to the next school year. So that
I gotta
means
do online schooling. That's what I'm doing right now with
you know
my
right.
college.
Okay, and you know what we going and I'm gonna hand it off to you in a minute, Levion. I want you to explain on that too, how that is. But I'm just saying you got kids more now, they're gonna be eating a lot more and all that stuff, unless you instill some type of discipline. Hey, we're gonna have a meal a day, we're not gonna be eating 3 times a day like we used to. Stuff is getting kind of hard. So I'm gonna pass on to you, Levon, and then we know we can go around. So Levon, how you feel about this whole COVID-19 and how's it affecting you?
Oh man. It's a real thing, I'll tell you that much. It is a real thing, man. I didn't think that the schools would be closed like for the whole year. Maybe like a break like until April, but the fact that they closed down for the whole semester, it was like, wow, this is for real. Video games are getting delayed. Like, is
Oh yeah.
anyone was excited for The Last of Us 2? That got delayed, and a lot of things are going down. Economy's been down. Man, a lot of things gonna be changing, and it's going to be interesting of how we recover as Americans and black people as well. You know, because we're all black in this cast.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I heard too. I don't know if you heard about this, Levon, but they just closed down on like they plan on shutting down 320 Game Stops. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, GameStop kind of had it coming because, you know, GameStop has a history of, you know, kind of being shady and all that stuff. So
Right.
it was kind of coming on them pretty much.
Yeah.
I think one of the things about it is, and I'll speak on it for the parental side. What I know right now, schools are out. Schools are, there's no school holistically that has children going there. Like everybody, you can't. I mean, hell, if a restaurant can't do it, you know, a school can't do it with children. And so, children have been tasked with. Now the parent is tasked with, well, you're at home, so
Right.
you know, help tutor your child. And so they're using computers and stuff. And one of the things about it that was brought to me was that the parents aren't helping the children do the work, or the parents aren't doing. The kids aren't logging in. So guess what happens if the child doesn't log in? Guess what happens?
What happens?
The police come.
Oh my god!
The police come.
Now let me ask you this: is now what about you don't have access to the internet? You know what I'm saying? Like some people don't have that. They can't afford to pay that Wi-Fi bill.
And see, that is the frailty of it, because if you don't have, that's the thing about it I don't get, because if you don't have internet, then how do you do it? How do you do your work, or how do you send it in? Because you're not allowed out. Like, I know we're possibly looking at possibly a 14-day, or I think a 14 or 21-day quarantine. Now, I'm like, the hell with that. But also, I'm also looking at it like, okay, if we got to do all this, what's going to happen? And also, a lot of people, there's an uncertainty for parents, because we're like, okay, I got kids. Can't take, what am I going to do? I can't run nowhere. And also schooling, you know, this is going to set back our education system tremendously. Because kids, it's now going to be up to the parents, and hopefully the parent has some degree of knowledge or care to want to learn. And if that ain't happening, then, you know what I'm saying, it's going to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse for our school. Like, y'all thought y'all going to see some interesting students or kids pop up. Like, don't be surprised, but I'm seeing parents that have been calling in, and they're like, what the hell is this? I don't know how to do fractions. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. And it's showing, because now you know what I'm saying? We could literally, okay, so that's 8th grade math. We can do that. But for those who have, I don't care about education, what I need to read, that child can't say, well, Dad or Uncle Levon or you know, Pop, can you show me how to do this? Mom, can you show me? So now that kid goes without. And so that's going to put a huge, like, I know like my generation has some issues, but we literally are probably going to see one of the most crippled generations. Like, to be a child born now, it's going to suck.
I feel sorry for those 12th graders. That's who I'm feeling sorry for right now. How are they going to graduate and all that? That's what I'm wondering.
Well,
get us at home.
Yeah, I heard too. Because in Georgia, Brian Kemp, the governor, he actually just extended. He talked about he extended the school closure. So, I mean, this, you know, I don't know about graduation or anything, or even prom or stuff like that, man. Just stuff in general, man. You know, filling out college applications, all that stuff may get delayed, and it may affect a lot of people's future. You know, and in BMT, you brought up something great. You know about that it's going to take time. Like, hey, the parents going to have to step up. Even if they live in a single parent household, the mother, it might be a lot of stress on them, because they like, dang, I still got to work and provide, and I got to help with my kids' homework. You know, I got to do this, I got to do that, and it's really, some women are built for this, but a lot of them not. You know, they need that man counterpart to go in here and like, hey, baby, I got this. You go ahead and go to work. I'm gonna take care of the children, or vice versa. They need a help. They need a helper. You know, it takes two to raise a family. I truly believe. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that family structure, your family structure is broken down. Yeah, you're gonna be hitting the most because your brain is processing too much thinking, too much information about survival. You know, so I would say teach your kids survival skills. Yes, that's important. This is a really good thing, teaching them how to become a part ownership of something, of a business or anything like that. And you know, you just got to kind of get creative a little bit, man, to find some type of means of income in this particular time. But this really reminds me when I talked to my father that he was talking about this back in 2012, 2013. Always save your money. You never know. Stock up on food and water, just a little bit at a time. Always be prepared. You know, when times like this. You know.
Right. It's going to definitely be a time.
Yeah.
And we're going to start seeing a lot of stuff. I made a prediction on one channel that you're going to see promiscuity start to rise.
Mm-hmm.
Rape and different other things are going to start to rise. Some guys are like, nah, man, that's a little bit extreme. I'm like, dude, we are pretty much in extreme times right now. Like, I'm sorry, man. You can't let that woman get desperate and say, like, yo, like, my IG, like I'm seeing now with women who are like IG, I guess, models or the goats, like
Instagram models.
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't ish no more. Shit, Rona done equalized us. You ain't shit. You just another.
I heard that women been kind of a lot nicer, man. Like people's tenor dates been going up tremendously, and like it is kind of true, man. I mean, I'd be like, yeah, women's just hitting you up. Like I talked to you in a while, like, hey, how you doing? I talked to you since 2011.
Exactly.
Like,
what are you guys' thoughts on how Trump is handling this? Do you guys agree or disagree? Do you guys think he could have done better? Do you guys think that it's indifferent? Because there was a big thing about the stimulus bill. You know, Democrats were debating, you know, basically we should stay home, and some of the Republicans were saying, you know, the economy, you know, we should leave some things open for the economy. And I want to know your guys' thoughts on that.
Okay.
You want me to go first? Well,
yeah.
Right, okay,
you can go first, young lady. You can go first.
Yeah. So okay. So my thoughts on that. First, I think President Trump is in this particular moment. I think he's doing okay. You know. I mean, the only thing he can do, like I said, I mean, you have to be cognizant about the economy. I truly agree with that. You know, we live in a different time now when it was sort of the same situation when FDR was president during the Great Depression and all these type of things. You know, it wasn't like a disease going on, but you know, they did have like a dust bowl and a lot of people. The stock market kind of crashed a little bit, so he had to do everything he can to get it going. But with this situation here, I mean, it did sound like the coronavirus production defense production act actually sent a lot of medical supplies in. I mean, I think it's a little too soon right now to actually reopen everything. Even if you do reopen everything, he said by April 12th or by the end of April, if you have the cases rising here, you know, we still, even though you're reopening businesses, people still gonna be apprehensive and patronizing that business because they're like, okay, well, am I still gonna catch the virus? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though businesses are open, like restaurants and all this stuff, now they do have a case, and then you have steadily rising cases. You're gonna have to answer to that. Now, the only controversial thing about this is that it takes at least a year or two for vaccines to be implemented in the community. So you go through all the testing and all this type of stuff, right? And then we know how the vaccines are. We don't. That's not 100% a cure. 110,000 people died from the flu alone so far this year, and we had a vaccine for it. So with this, you know, the Democrats saying that, hey, we need to stay at home and stuff like that. That's a good thing. But I mean, you know, you can self-educate yourself, but at the same time, it is people kind of like suffering to make some money. So it's like a catch-22 on here, you know.
Well, both sides, I can kind of see the flaws of both sides. I mean, you're gonna have to go outside eventually.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying because you got to make this money. We have to. I mean, America is a capitalist society, and then it's really lot of Americans. Did you know that 70% of Americans don't have $1,000 or more in an emergency fund? That's just average. So the stimulus package, they may help a little bit, but that's not going to help everybody. You got people who got a family of 5, family of 6, family of 10. You know, and then it depends on the different residents. Then you got family too. You got people who are on child support. If you're on child support, you can't get it. You know what I'm saying? You limited to do a lot of things. We got to create laws for these type of people, man. So I just think that in this particular moment, it's going to have to be. It can't be all on President Trump. Some people might disagree with that. I think that's when your city government, this when your governors, this when your city councilmen, Mari Hardy type of individuals need to come and step in and help the people within their communities. And like prime example, right? So say Levon, like we live down the street, right? You have more than me, right? As far as like resources and food. And I'm like, hey brother, you don't mind you give me some apples, some oranges, for like a week or two, and help me out a little bit. Yeah, you say I got you, and you help me out, and then say you low on money or something like that. I found like a good gig. I can give you some money. I can help you out. We can do that. It's gonna take for us, for people in general, to go in here and help each other out while we're staying at home. So to answer your question, the Democrats and Republicans they have some good suggestions, but overall we have to look at the big picture. We are in the truth. So it's gonna take a lot of people to rebuild. But that's all I really have on that.
So okay, so I guess it's over. It's over to me.
Yeah, it's your turn.
And looking at that, first off, we don't even have the proper. We don't have the proper test. That's the first issue that we have.
Mm-hmm.
The actual test that I try to tell people that we supposed to have had, somebody older was arguing. Yeah, no, I know somebody who uses the test, but that doesn't mean we had the right test. And actually, you've even had it with Governor Giovanni and Gunmo and different other people. They've been coming out saying, no, like that test is not even a good test. It's literally fraudulent. So people have been saying, oh, you don't have it, and they found out they do have it. Then they also found the test that people who do have it, they can't tell us they got it. So we already know that the system is very flawed, and it's kind of hard because when you're the president or you're the leader, and I'm just being honest, like no matter what he does, it's going to be wrong. Just get that in your mind. You are at a catch-22 where every move you're going to make, you're going to be wrong. So you might as well just steel up your heart. Because granted, yes, we have to get back to work. Mm-hmm. But if we go back to work, more people are going to die.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I have to take, I think. Unfortunately.
More people are going to die. And it's like I had to tell my one friend, and he worked at Publix. I'm like, is that check worth your soul? And I told him that honestly, and he was like, I gotta work. But I'm like, but you literally have to come in contact with people every day. If they cough, if they sneeze, and whenever they say they cough on their hand, but they touch an item and you got to touch it, it don't matter. You can have the proper PPE on, and you still get infected. So I'm like, is it worth it? And he was like, yo, like, nah. He's like, it's just not. But he still has to go. And there have been some jobs that have been pressuring the employees to not take time off, to keep going.
It's not control. I told him to add to Amazon. This brother on Amazon, especially in Staten Island in New York. About 50 people, man, got contracted to the virus. They was tested positive. They was having symptoms, throwing up, fever. It was one in Michigan. This one dude, he went on. He quit his job because he was like, okay, like we got like 10 people who tested positive for the coronavirus, and you still want us to work. He brought up a good point. If people are not ordering essential items, we close it down. You get what I'm saying? He was like,
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, you got people ordering non-essential items, and you still have enough to work. And he was like, "This is ridiculous." When I help on the line, and he was saying like, and he just walked out. And it gets to the point that you got some people who's gonna start valuing their health and humanity. Like, this money ain't worth it. It's not. And then you got Jeff Bezos. You got people like the CEOs. They definitely gonna be suffering because they're like, dang, the middle class ain't happy. Lower middle class ain't happy. And they work for me. I gotta do something. So I'm BMT, man. To be honest with you, man, I mean, this is a coming thing. I just think that, of course, I don't think God created this. Man created this. And we're just suffering the consequences of this. But
why would that be? No, I'm gonna hit you on that later.
okay,
First off, I'm gonna show you. There was something in the Bible said, "What does a man?" You remember the fable of the man who worked on the barn, and the angel said, "You fool! For this night, I cometh to claim with your soul." And he was like, "I still have work to do. I still have work to do." He was like, "Trust me, somebody else is going to take care of that vineyard. Like, you best believe you will be replaced." And the issue with a lot of people is that they will easily trade it their life for that soul. And sad to say, like, we're not mentally ready for this kind of thing, man. And I mean,
back.
As far as it goes, and that was one of the big, anybody who medically or any kind of sense already understands, it takes about a year's time to cultivate a vaccine, just to cultivate one.
Yeah.
And that does not even include, before you test it on humans, who do you have to test it out on? Animals. Because this is a type of virus, you don't know if it can jump on animals. But mind you, it was the origin coming from an animal. So
yeah.
Right. So if the wrong person, let's say somebody who does have it, has it, and they have livestock.
Okay.
What happens when your livestock gets infested or gets infected with it?
Yeah.
That's that food. Guess what happened? So we could get vaccinated about it, right? Us three. But if our crops get the same damn thing, what is this virus known for doing? What is it best known for doing? Adapting, evolving. So if it gets from young to me, it's going to evolve. If it gets from me back to Levon, guess what happens whenever it comes back to young Link? No matter what vaccine he had already used, it already had evolved from that stage to actually get stronger.
Right.
Get stronger. And by the time it comes around full circle. Now, looking at the stimulus talking points, if you are a student and you got college debt or you have little minute things, they will not stop you from getting it. Okay. If you are a personnel that makes a certain amount of money, I forgot. I gotta relook.
It's like 75,000 and up or something.
You can't make like I know I stand like I have a good chance. I might not get the I'm probably won't get the check. So I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace with that. You know what I'm saying? But I know other people who should definitely get the check. I try to tell some men like, hey, have some humility. And if you now I'm gonna say this to some of y'all, brother, some men. If you weren't taking care of your damn kids before, what makes you think you're gonna take care of your kids when you get that check? If you wasn't taking care of them before when you had the chance, why would we reward you and give you a goddamn check? Like, nigga, no. Because that means, but what do you think the money for? The money is supposed to be for people who have necessity of the things to take care. And if somebody said, well, shit, it's my money. Well, guess what? That's your kid right there. You didn't want to take care of it.
Don't you have to pay that back anyways? Like the stimulus check or?
Let's I'm glad you brought that up. Now, I remember, I think it was the year before last, a lot of people didn't get back their tax money. A lot of people didn't get back their tax money. But also not only that, we're digging deep into the into the reserves. And I know we're pulling in more debt, because we were at one time when Obama was in office, we were $23 trillion in debt. Okay. It's either you asking for an investment loan now that literally when it's time for next time to file taxes, they're going to be like, no, sir, there's no tax money going out. And I know you'll be like, well, what the fuck? Like, why can't I give? Well, guess what? We gave it some of y'all early. It's not going to be just $1,200, but if you have kids, they add them on to the percentage of what you're going to get. Yeah. So if you got kids, like for me, you already know I got a big family. You feel me?
Okay.
So $1,200 to me, and it's not spitting at it. It don't really do too much in this house. You feel me? Like my grocery bill is $400. So there goes that. That doesn't include cleaning supplies. Y'all, if y'all haven't noticed, food is starting to going up, as well as getting like the basic necessities. Mm-hmm. So in seeing those kind of things going on, I'm like, for a single person, you might, because everybody's not guaranteed to get that money, get that amount of money. That's why everybody's not guaranteed. So I want people to say, well, hold up, man, I only got $800. Well, nigga, it's just you.
Right, exactly. Now, if you have like now if you're married and everything, the joint, if y'all may combine over 199,000, you want to be able to get the stimulus package. Yeah, so I mean, they gotta limit it out, but I think too you might get it twice. This is not like so it's a twice thing. But like I said, I still think going back to the question, man. I mean, the answer, I just think that it's have to be the local government. It's have to be us, like as human beings, to actually put our heads together. Like, hey, we in this together. We gotta go in here. We gotta uplift each other. We gotta help each other out and stop just being an individual. At the end of the day, man. I mean, that's the only way you can really fight against something like win a war. You can't do it by yourself. It's a
teamwork, man. Teamwork.
Exactly. Art of war. Be organized. Everyone has to be on the same page. It gotta be some, a few chiefs and some Indians, and you go ahead and you gotta pull out the mission. That's it. That's the only way you can really go out here and compete against this. But let me ask you this, Levon. So are you so you studying tech right now, right?
IT, yes, IT.
Okay.
System administration admin. System administration specialist.
Okay, so how long you got to get your degree?
3 more semesters.
Oh, okay. That's good. Because in your particular situation, once you get into that career field, I mean, if you work in tech, if I'm not mistaken, you still could be making money regardless of what's going on, like especially from home, that type of stuff. That's a good major.
Yeah, because I mean, everyone nowadays is using a computer. Everybody nowadays is using some type of technology, a smartphone, a tablet, stuff like that. So something's gonna have to be fixed at one point, and I'd rather be one of those guys.
You're fixing
pretty much.
Okay, that's good. I'm about to get you on an interview one day, man. I appreciate you being on here, though. Yeah,
thank you.
Last year.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this is it's affecting a lot of families, man. My grandmother, she works at a hospital in Michigan. She says overwhelmed. It's they run out of masks and gloves. It's a really dangerous thing, man.
I would want to say a lot of people are trying to test the waters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever seen okay. We all know. See how much y'all know. Whenever school's about to end, what do people start doing when school about to end?
Go out, party.
What do people like doing?
Regular stuff.
Now let's think about it. I know
good stuff.
Whenever school is about to end for me, people start trying stuff. Stuff that they normally don't do.
Yeah.
So now that the people are going to start seeing that, oh shit, the nation don't got that pull anymore. There's some areas where police don't even come out anymore. They don't. Police don't come out.
So that means.
Hold on now. Hold up. But I'm like, hold up. But I'm like, if Tekashi 6ix9ine can get out of goddamn.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Hey, we gotta do a panel on that. I just want to do a video about that, man, real soon.
I'm just like, nigga, like,
wait. But for racketeering though, he getting up. It's crazy.
Racketeering. So I'm like, nigga, if he's getting out, I'm like the best. I'm like, yo, like, it's like, yo, we might as well like get ready to play Fortnite. Because I mean, shit, everybody going. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to get to that goddamn loaf of bread, but
Oh man,
I mean,
you're gonna be fighting against Pookie and Ray Ray. You gotta be careful, BMT.
Listen, I hope.
like, hey,
I know how to play the game.
Get you a CPL, Levon. You know, get you a concealed pistol license, man. Learn how to shoot.
Could be a fight to the death or something.
Man, man.
Here's the thing about it. I want to say, when it comes to, but everybody, but the thing about it is, and notice this: whenever they show the purge or any kind of thing, or if you look at most movies, usually the poor class is the most at the disadvantage. I know they like showing us. They like showing the, and I want to throw this out. Why was it that whenever you look at a lot of riots or a lot of things, do you ever see the blacks or the poor people go over into the rich white people's neighborhood, or just the rich neighborhood? Do you ever see them go over there?
Not really, no.
Because they know they'll be killed. They know that they those people have no problem.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh shit, now we have a reason. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is there are some demons that are going to start coming out. There are going to be some people that are going to start showing out. Like, we have read stories of people who knew that they had HIV and purposely got people infected.
Well, add this too. You got individuals and you getting arrested for this. You got individuals licking stuff, licking handles, licking all this stuff, doing it on purpose. They knowing people touching their hands, you touching things and surfaces. It's getting ridiculous, man. You know,
one person had that. They had COVID-19, and they went to the grocery store and started spitting on all the fruit.
Oh, that's just stupid.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
They got 85. They got 85 years.
See, that make me want to kill you after that, man. You know,
but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They knew that they had it, and they purposely went to the grocery store, knowing people were trying to go get fruit, beans, and rice and shit.
Exactly.
And did that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people gonna start doing more evil, disgusting stuff.
So there might be an anti-hero that might not put up with that nonsense. They're just gonna knock some sense or something. Something's gonna happen to where it's not going to be the police. It's going to be that person, that other person that has the coronavirus. You know, that person, you know, that would spit into the food and all that stuff. That other person might just get chaotic on you. Yeah.
And that's the thing about it. Like, and I wanted to say this, that what happens when man starts taking the law in his own hand? Where do we go from there? Because I don't want it to be where if a brother's not a fighter, he's like, I'm not a fighter. I don't do none of that shit. What does that mean for me in the new type of world where it's a take or be taken? Maybe if I have a girl or I have somebody, you know what I'm saying, I care about, I can't fight that dude. I can't fight those group of boys that want to come take my girl or my family. And so we're going to start seeing a lot more stuff. And I always try to tell brothers, if you can't get your concealed weapons, but your state is somewhat still open, go to the pawn shop. Go to your pawn shop. See if you can just get yourself a $200 pistol, if you can. Just get yourself a $200 pistol. That's what I've been doing. Go get yourself a generic rifle. You can get yourself a generic rifle. Get 12 gauge shotgun shells. And literally, we don't know how this is going to pan out, man. People are going to start getting desperate. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to our people.
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
You know, I'm just being real. I just picked up a copy of Resident Evil.
Okay.
I just picked up a copy, and you know what I'm saying? Like, my friend, she's the manager, and she was like, I can't let people in. You know, a dude was trying to like pull the door to get in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what you doing? He's like, I just want to go in. I'm like, but dog, she just said nobody can come in any of these stores or any of these places. Be glad that she's like calling people to give you a copy early. That thing ain't released until tomorrow.
You talking about
there's digital distribution. as well.
Yeah, they are going to digital. I think Resident Evil 3 came out, the remake.
I got it right now.
Yeah, okay.
You got it on PlayStation or Xbox?
I got it on. I got all the systems. I got it.
Is
all.
it is it free or you gotta like pay for it online?
Well, I can tell you. Well, I mean, you can pre-order. Okay, so give me all the lowdown for GameStop. If you don't pre-order your stuff anymore, you won't get it.
Oh shit.
You won't get it. So, like for me, I was a dummy. I didn't pre-order Final Fantasy.
I really don't pre-order games. I need to start doing that though.
I didn't pre-order Final Fantasy. So guess
That's
what?
a good game. Yeah.
You can't get it now. The only way you can get it now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on PlayStation. I'm going to go on PlayStation Store and just pay for it.
Well, that's what I was about to ask because I got Xbox, so I can go on Xbox Live Store and purchase.
Yeah, pretty much. You could just pay for it and just download the game from there.
Right. Okay. Like, and that's honestly the best. So I try to tell people if you might have to go to Walmart or any of the stores, buy yourself a terabyte. Literally, you can take your terabyte, you can plug it into your console, and it will reformat it for your space. So then that way, and I got to go do that tomorrow. I'm gonna buy me I'm gonna buy me a terabyte.
I might do that today actually because I'm into it. Yeah,
right. And buy that so that way you don't have to. If I could tell y'all to stay inside, don't go outside, don't try to go on no goddamn punani runs or anything like that.
Yeah,
I just go outside to check the mail.
Exactly.
That's all.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You got to get your vitamin D. I believe that's
like like I have no problem with that. Like you can open up a window and sit by the window and play some music. I mean, you can do stuff like that, but something like you can do that. Luckily, I have a yard. I can go outside.
You got like 40 people with you, like
Listen, man, like I'm seeing dudes trying to have fish fries and doggone hold downs and everything, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, dude, like
BMT. This might be for another talk, but like, you know, they arrested this pastor man in Louisiana because he held church service, and this one in Florida. Now I got mixed. Yeah, I got like mixed. I'm feel about that. But I got like mixed feelings about that. I'm like, yeah, I mean, the people need to get the word. Yes, you can get the word from. You can live stream it on Facebook and all these medias, but I don't know. It's a debate though, because they was saying, man, you violated my First Amendment. It's a lawsuit, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. So, but I understand that it is a pandemic. Why would you risk? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people there, but then again, too, it's like church is an essential business. It's crazy. I'm just throwing that out there. But I just want to know how y'all feel about that, though. Like,
I don't know much about the situation, really. Just comment on it.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have a discussion on that.
Yeah,
but I want to say this: where the minister in Florida messed up at, he said, "I can heal you of COVID-19." And I'm like, okay, now,
yeah,
you're doing the most. He said, that, and he also said it's not a real thing that can hurt you. And I'm like, nigga, stop.
See, that's okay, and that's the thing I heard about. You know how I am, like
I know. But, I'm just saying, he was doing that, and I
but BMT, but I do. So that's just like saying a pastor, right? Hey, man, you know, it's not such thing to getting your hand burned on the stove. Every time you cut the stove on, you put your hand down there, you're not going to get burned. God loves you. I mean, okay, yes, I understand the Lord loves me, but I mean, scientifically speaking, every time I put my hand on here, you know, my bare hands, I'm gonna get burned regardless of my belief. You know, so I get what you're saying on that. You gotta kind of use some logic here, you know, like but yeah, we'll talk about that a little later though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, listen, for a lot of y'all people, especially, don't just go off of things that you just hear on social media. I've been getting, like I said, I have literally had to been doing debates with people saying that this thing is fake. This is imaginary. There's some imaginary ray gun shooting people. I'm like
Call of Duty War.
I'm like, my gosh, dog. Like natural selection ain't it's like.
Well, my stepbrother was talking about this has something to do with 5G. Now I'm gonna get into that. The 5G with the 5th generation. Okay, so that has something. So what people fail to realize, I'm not saying he's completely wrong, but what people fail to realize is that this virus was affecting people before the 5G towers were up here. So I'm saying like
Yeah.
5G that's a fifth generation. You know that, Levon, that's a fifth generation, and that's pretty much just to have us more internet access. But the downfall
It's
of it
supposed
is
to be a big thing.
it's a smaller, it's a bigger radiation. So the
Okay.
1G came out in 1981. All right, you was just able to call. That's it. 1991, you had 2G. Okay, that's when you get, you can call a little bit. You had a little call log. It was getting a little bit better. 3G came out in 1998. You could start sending texts a little bit. It started to become proper. Then we got 4G. So Metro PCS, right? That's a telecommunication. You know, in Metro,
Yeah.
if you go out the country, you don't have signal. The reason is because they're not operating off a higher radiation frequency. The average frequency, like Verizon, AT&T, was between 800 to 1600, megahertz. So if you have, so right now 5G is going on to 600 to 500 megahertz. So what I mean is the shorter the frequency is, the more powerful it is, the more powerful the radiation is, and then you can get things accessing more faster. The thing is, as human beings are getting exposed to that, you can have cancer, you can have tumor, you can have all these type of things that goes on with you because it has nanogens in there that human beings are not able to be exposed to. We use that as a military equipment to destroy our enemies. So when human beings are being exposed to this, yeah, I mean, it can really distort you for a little bit, and then you can have health complications. So that's why people brought up the 5G stuff. Now I do believe that yes, 5G is very detrimental to us. We operate on 4G right now, but 5G.
Yeah. There's some phones out there with 5G right now.
Yeah, and so I mean I can't. So my thing is, well, what I'm me saying all that.
Okay.
So BMT and Levon, do you think like 5G has something to do with this coronavirus? You think it's adding to it?
No.
Okay.
I doubt it.
Well, I'm gonna say this because there's not a lot of areas that have 5G. Your phone can run at it. That don't mean you're going to be getting the 5G, full
the
capability.
5G speeds and
right. So it's like, hang on. It's like no matter how much I try to push this phone, if I don't live in the city area of Charleston. I live out in the more country areas. You get what I'm saying? So it's never going to be at its full capacity of you're at 5G. Like it's pulling 5G, but when I get out to the country, nigga, I'll be happy if I see 2Gs out there.
Yeah, you like 3. Yeah,
right. So granted, and that's if your certain towers are there. You know what I'm saying? So, and also another thing about the COVID-19, this has been out before these kind of things came. Like this COVID-19, I was doing stories about it, and it was going on since last year.
Mm-hmm.
This has happened before. The problem was, right. The thing about it was, it wasn't a big deal because it wasn't affecting certain groups of people. It wasn't affecting this country. So whenever certain stuff, here's the thing: whenever certain things happen to other countries, we don't really too much care.
True.
But when it hits us, whoa, what's going on? Like,
well, let me say this. Do you think we will be talking about this like real serious if it was just happening to regular people, meaning that celebrities wasn't getting this, elites wasn't getting this, it was just regular people? Do you think we will still be talking about this, like taking it serious?
If what are we still talking about? If one more time, so
basically, what I'm saying is, say it's like your average worker, people who working at supermarkets, people who working at different offices, administration, making 60, 70,000 a year. A couple nurses got it, but it's nothing like too serious to the point like, oh, okay, well, at least rich people ain't getting it, celebrities ain't getting it. I'm just saying, do we think as a country we will be taking it serious?
No.
Okay.
No, because right now the people in California, they had hepatitis B and C. And they literally have the Black Plague in South California. And nobody was talking about it like that. So we don't. when a black man bitches or complains about an issue, nobody gives a fuck. This is me being a little bit pro-black for once in a while. Whenever we bitch about something or say something, nobody gives a fuck. Then when you get little Susie or little Johnny say some shit, oh my God, this is serious. I'm like, hold on, dude. We said that there was a gun problem. Nobody gave a fuck. Their school gets shot one time. There's a problem. I'm trying to say, yo, dude, as much gun violence been going on in the hood, like, we need to do something about guns. Dude, too late for that. Like, no offense, we just buried my 2 cousins like last week. So, you know what I'm saying? Like we talking about gun violence, like, it missed me with the bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's what. Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm giving an example of that's what I'm saying. Like this COVID shit, nobody didn't give a shit until niggas didn't give a shit about this shit until goddamn the NBA playoffs got shut down. They're like, oh, this shit's real. I was like, yes, motherfucker.
Yeah, you can. Nobody got no. Well, I'm going ahead and read these comments real quick. And I'm passing on to you, Levon. So, collard greens and cornbread. Shouts out to you, brother. He said China owns much of America. They're manufacturing and selling most of the ventilators needed for hospitals around the world. Yeah, I agree with that. Then he said, fun fact: the Earth crust is shifting less seismic noise due to less human activity brought on by COVID-19. For example, fewer trains, vehicles, factories operating that makes the Earth hum. Okay. Shouts out to you, brother, man. Appreciate your input, man. I'm gonna probably make you a moderator, bro. Thank you, bro.
This is actually a good stream. We might have to have an after party or something.
Yeah, definitely. You got anything else to say, Mr. Levon? You got anything to add, bro?
I hope this calms down the summer, honestly. I hope.
I can't even at this moment. I can't even see my fiance right now because she's in Florida, so they got to stay at home with her right now.
Okay.
I got to see her till like maybe May or something, but you know it's all good. You know, I say about this though, our communication's been strong a lot lately. We've been talking every day, so it's gonna be all right. But yeah, it's been a lot of people, man. You know, yeah. Well, BNT, what you were saying before?
I guess the most I want to say is that and looking at relationships, one, you're gonna find out if you got a real one or not. That's like I said, you're gonna. And the reason why I say that is because one, you can't fake the funk when we're in the goddamn pandemic. I mean, shit. You'll find out. Well,
you might just start having sex randomly because you're bored at this point or something.
Now I gotta hit you with that. I'm gonna hit you with that.
Go ahead,
because when you're bored and you're gonna screw around and shit. And so there's going to be a lot of destitute people. Right now, you're going to start seeing people are hating other people. They don't want to be bothered. Women don't want Negroes in their home that can't provide. They're like, well, shit. Right now, I need a go-getter. I need a brother like Levon who can goddamn do some stuff and go out there and work a part-time job. You know what I'm saying? You don't see these gurus talking all this game stuff or traveling anymore. Like you got to have something going for you right now.
Hey, where the dating coaches at? Hey, how to get a woman to COVID-19?
Let me know. Let me know
where that business right now.
Let me know where that gets. See, that's the thing about it. You're seeing it. If that's the case, if the game was so strong, you wouldn't see this many women literally right now begging, trying to pull a brother. Why? Because right now they're like, I need somebody who's a provider, an essential potent to society. Not some nigga that's gonna fuck me up. And granted, I don't even know if I'm gonna be getting my taxes.
One night stand.
I mean, it's serious. That's when your skills come in. I was just on the YouTube community. I was baking brownies, and they actually turned out pretty good. Actually, passing out to people on my base. I had never baked in my life, but since the coronavirus stuff, I'm looking like, let me start baking. You know, I started looking up some recipes, and I was like, wow. And I was actually pretty good at it, and people liked it, enjoyed it. I was like, you know what?
You gotta be creative.
Exactly. And I was like, you know what? Now I'm gonna start baking cinnamon rolls. I'm gonna start doing type of things. So I like cooking now. Cooking is a good skill to have. And I'm looking like, okay, so start you a home baked business. Do something. I mean,
Do you think that this is the best time to be a YouTuber right now?
yes, yes,
Yeah, I think
yes.
so.
You can blow up. You can blow up from anything. And yes, YouTube is a great thing. Because thing is, you stream it from your home. You got people who making money, making like $100,000 a year playing video games or streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like people gonna be at home, people still gonna be tuning into you. When the world is coming to an end, I'm still gonna be on here as long as I got breath in my body. You know.
Hmm.
So, I mean, and I don't even do YouTube for money. I just do it because I want to get a point across, and I'm just sick with what shit is going on, and like I said, I want to help my people. I want to liberate my people. So, but yeah, yes, like I be telling people, BMT, I think you should help your mother right with a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I was helping her. I was helping her build her stuff for a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
She only needs a few more things, which is technically she should already have, and then she
Mhm.
should be good to go. So anybody can do that. I mean, shit, she's successful and rich as fuck. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she'll blow up. That's just the thing about it. If you want to go start yourself a YouTube channel or be a streamer, go ahead, have at it.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, remember, like, mom, back in the day, you made 3 parts. YouTube is not easy.
Yep, it ain't easy.
You got to be consistent. You're gonna have niggas want to pull up on you and fight you on some Tommy Summer Wire type shit.
Yeah.
You gotta have a strong what you're talking about. You gotta have a thick skin. There's gonna be some niggas.
Yes, exactly.
There's gonna be niggas that's gonna flag your stuff. I mean, but you gotta
Mhm.
keep going. Do you really want this? You know?
Hey, that's just the trial by fire. That's why people say, "Oh man, somebody doxed me." I'm like, nigga, please. They done got me 9 times already.
I mean, it's so much stuff I want to say, man. Like I said, I'm in the military and stuff. Still got my YouTube channel. I know niggas scared of me. I'm like, hey, bro, you got a voice. Use that shit, man. For real.
Like I said, more than ever, this is the time for men to reinvent themselves.
Mm-hmm.
This is your time to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Like I told y'all already know that. Hey, I was that guy that was flipping burgers at Sonic's, man, dropping them fries, and
I think at the best burgers ever.
that was me, man. I was working at Sonic's, man, flipping them burgers, and literally, hey, in a few minutes, I went over there and I was washing dishes and working at the grocery store, stocking the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, like, I'm tired of this. But I had to learn how to bust my ass and work hard. And then guess what? I got a better job.
Yeah.
And, some of y'all men, this is good that, just like the brother brought up, relationship wise, I'm hoping that if you dealing with an ain't shit woman, you're going to see that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, when y'all sitting there, see, after y'all finish fucking, if y'all can't have a conversation, then y'all need to talk.
Exactly. So true.
Y'all, I'm just saying, for all of y'all about is fucking, don't get mad how she played the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's, like I said, it's a perfect time to restore your relationship. Like you said, that the good thing is reinvent, discover some new skills. Like for me, it was baking. It can be anything. It could be creating something, drawing, inventing, and like, because you gotta understand, unless something like a meteorite that destroys this earth, but for the most part, the economy is going to go back up. So in the meantime, save your money. Take your money from the bank. You never know if they're going to start closing these banks down. Do little things like that. Have like $300, at least $500 set aside. Cash. And so when the economy goes back up, you know what I'm saying, you got all this money saved. Now you can go ahead and get you a home. You can bring back up to upper middle class in society. You can do those type.
Yeah.
That's why that's the only thing that's motivated me so far, because I'm looking like, okay, well, this is temporary. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I can't do what I want to do. Yeah, I can't go to the parties, or I can't be with my girl at this moment. But at the same time, next year or 2 years from now, if I continue to save and just be okay and isolate myself a little bit and develop some things, 2 or 3 years, I will be far ahead, and when everything's back at normal, I'll be on top. So keep that in mind. Shouts out to Congress. He said, "Be safe, spend the stimulus money wisely." That means no strip clubs. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't got no
Yeah.
time. Ones out there, but you know some niggas gonna be doing that though. Once this
Well,
once
yeah,
this,
but at this point in time, it's kind of like I don't care about the strip clubs and shit. Like, I
oh
don't care about that.
yeah. Don Cato, he said, BMT just dropped by to say on your stream earlier this morning, keep on keeping it 100, brother. Good stuff, man. BMT good. But yeah, man. So it's a crazy thing, man. So Levon, are you like the only child?
Yeah, I'm the only child.
Oh,
Yeah,
you don't have, so you pretty much I wonder how that's like. You pretty much don't have too much to worry about then.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Me, I have 4 siblings.
Okay.
2 of them are up north. The other one is down south. And I'm gonna tell you right now that I do try to contact them.
Yeah.
I am worried about them. Like I even told them, like, hey man, if it gets too rough, come to me. But you know, some siblings, we take it like as if, hey, I don't need you, and I don't need you or whatever kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, it's too bad of a weather.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and that's my thing too. You know, as far as like this might be a challenging thing for us too, as far as like being with our families. You know, if say if like when your uncles or your people that living with you in this particular moment, because of this a pandemic, are you guys gonna get along? Is this the type of person that's eating up all the food? He ain't contributing because he don't got no job right now. So a lot of people's relationships are tested too. And that can carry a lot of stress. I noticed too. So that can be emotionally welling on a lot of people. Like I talk to my sister, like we live in different states now, but I talk to my sister and she make like 15 an hour, but they closed it down right now because due to this COVID stuff. And I told her like, hey, it's the money you've been making. I've been telling her before this since last year. Save your money. Keep saving. You don't have too many bills. Just keep saving. It's all gonna pay off soon. So talk to your family, man.
Mm-hmm.
Is you need them at the end of the day. Like I said, it needs a big community to fight this thing. Well,
this has been a mid to bad start of a new decade.
Yeah, niggas dying. Kobe Bryant died, bro. And then I hear this. It's only April. Only April, man.
I hope it gets better.
It should. I hope this don't prolong to the summer though. That's gonna be really rough. That's the scary part.
Yeah. I'm wondering at this point, kind of like, how long do we have to stay inside?
Yeah,
for about 6 months or something.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And then you got. I know, particularly in Detroit right now. It's a lot of officers that they're calling off on duty because they getting sick. They get exposed to the coronavirus. Yeah, man. So who gonna take over that? National Guard. National Guard gonna have their laws and they marshal. You know what I'm saying? So it can be kind of rough, man, out here, man.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about all of this, man. It's really scary because we don't have a solution. The only solution that we probably gonna run to is vaccines, but vaccines is not a solution. So I don't know. Like I said, man, just read, man, just study, man, do what you can, and shoot, if it happens, it happens, man. That's the only thing I can really think of in this particular moment. All we have is each other, Shit, I understand that we're not gonna be on this earth forever, but you don't want it to come down to this.
Yeah.
You at least want to live your life a little bit, but but I think it's prioritizing a lot of things. It's exposing a lot of stuff, man. We're learning a lot. I learned a lot about myself, the patience and everything. So, but that's it. Oh, Levon, before I get out of here, are you gonna do any more streams, like far as like gaming streams?
I don't know if I'm feeling it today. I don't know when.
Okay.
But I hope that answers your question. I don't know at this point.
I'm probably gonna go ahead and download Resident Evil 3 and play that.
Okay.
Yeah. I might do a review on it though. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I appreciate you, BMT and Levon.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no problem. Anytime, man. I'm gonna do an interview with you one day, bro. Whenever you're available.
Okay.
Yeah, I got your number and stuff. I hit you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, this is the end of the stream here. Thank you guys for tuning in. You please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Thank you to all my brothers and sisters, man. Facebook, YouTube, all these social media platforms. So we're gonna go out here and end it. You guys take care now.
Peace.
Peace.
See you later.
See you guys.
Bye.